My name is Kim, and I'm going to present to you data visualization library, which is a new product from Bunifu, and that's what we've been working on for quite a while. So please allow me to share my screen and we proceed. So before I proceed, I would like to talk about me. My name is Kimtoo Flex. I am a co-founder and CTO at Bunifu Technologies. I'm also a four-time Microsoft MVP. So you can reach me at my website, kimtooflex.com. I also have a YouTube channel called KimtooFlex, youtube.com/KimtooFlex. Also, you can reach me at on LinkedIn and also GitHub on using the tags KimtooFlex. So what is BuniCharts? So BuniCharts is part of the tools in Bunifu framework ecosystem. As we know, and Bunifu framework is a set of controls or tools for, we are currently targeting .NET ecosystem also. So this is one of the new tools that we are adding into this awesome framework. So at the moment, we are targeting .NET in general, and we recently ported the library to run on .NET Core, which is the .NET Core 3.1 and the newly released .NET 5. So now that we run on the .NET platform, we support these languages, C# and Visual Basic .NET. Okay, so also we are looking forward to supporting Blazor and also Blazor Server, Blazor WebAssembly. So at the moment we have 10 plus distinct charts. The reason I'm putting an approximate value is because of the architecture of our charts, such that you can really combine and use our properties and customization to come up with your own unique charting library or charting data visualization chart. So I'm going to showcase this later on our demo, and you will see all the capabilities. So these are the current important charts, not all of them, but these are one of the charts that some of the charts which are part of this library. So I'm going to pass them through, like as you see, we have a line chart, column chart, pie chart, all this. So I'm going to showcase later in a real or a practical application, or yeah. So we have scatter chart, bubble chart, and you might have noticed also these cool animations there on the bubble chart, and all our charts in general support animations. We also have a reactive feature such that our charts listen to the data that you are binding to, and if any value changes, our chart reacts to it in a very seamless way. So donut chart, we have polar chart, radar, and combo. So for combo is the combination feature, and this is where you can use our chart and multiple charts and you render them in the same control or the same canvas. So before we get deeper in this product, I would like to emphasize on our architecture in a way that how you use our charts. Our charts run on a or render on a canvas. So we have BuniCharts canvas, and this is a container which hosts BuniCharts components. So with these components, these are individual BuniCharts data sets, and you can visualize them differently or with the same chart type. So also this one will be very visible when I do the practical application of this. So for those who are familiar with our charting library, existing charting library, Bunifu database. So Bunifu database was one of our initial data visualization libraries, and we add some few features which were missing, but the chart itself is still, most of our users or our clients are still using it. But this is with BuniCharts we have new features, and most of the features are missing on the older library. So one of it is a drag and drop, where you can now use the designer to you drag and drop, and when you are designing your user interface. And we have a design time support. And for this one, this is another cool feature, such that you can actually make changes to your data and also make changes to the theming or the colors, and your chart will reflect the new changes at the same time. Also, you might have noticed the cool animations. It's very customizable, and we also have themes which will come with it, which will have multiple color palettes that you will simply need to, instead of you designing each chart components, you'll just choose from our preset themes and you're good to go. Our charts also have a very perfect scaling system, in a way that when the data change in real time, our scaling also will react and rescale real time. It's responsive, and our charts also, the assemblies are very small in size, since we don't have external dependencies, and our current assembly containing all these powerful features is around 500 kilobytes. So this is what we've been waiting for. So before I get to the exact demo, I'm going to preview now all the charts, and maybe emphasize more on other important features that I might have missed on the previous on the charts that you saw on the PowerPoint. So before I proceed with Visual Studio, I'm going to run a demo application that I add that emphasizes all these features. So just give it a moment, and yeah, so now this is just a sample application, and I'm showcasing only a few charts that are very popular. Now this is line chart. We're starting with the line chart, and I really hope this transition, the animation is smooth on your end, on your screens, but on my side it's really nice, and it's the transitions are very good. So this is a combination of the reactive feature and the animations. So when the data changes, when the data changes, it will switch automatically from the old state to the new state with an awesome transition, which is powered by our animations. So so this is the line chart, and now we have another two line charts which are on multiple axes. So also this one is just the line chart, but we have two data sets on the same canvas. So another feature for this is our legend, or some people might call it the key, is also interactive. You can use this to filter down data, and also we will have, there is also events. You might want to add logics to this, and capture these events when the user interacts, and you filter your data on other controls. Also, there is the tooltips. So all these are very customizable. We have the axis and the grid lines and all those. You can change all these colors, fonts, and everything. We have a property called the step line. So you simply take a line chart and you change the property to a step line. And we have three step line variations. We have the one before the interpolation. This one will put the data point at the beginning of the column, and you notice there is a data point here. And then we have the step after the interpolation. This one will put the data point at the end of the column. Then we have the middle of the interpolation. Then this one will put at the middle of the column. And actually, this is the path where the line, when you plot a line with the same data set, the line will cross through the middle. Yeah, so I was explaining earlier that our charts are very dynamic, such that you can take one chart and you convert it completely into another different chart. So yeah, that was what I was meaning. And of course, I'm not showcasing all the features because of time, but I'm showing only some important features that you might want to know. So our second chart is our column chart, Bunifu column chart, and this is one of the common charts out there. So I won't really explain much about this, but we have all these features, tooltips and all those. This is the multiple axis version of this. This is another one with the negative values. All these features, you can fill all these. So it's really cool and very lightweight. Now we have the stacked property. This is where you will take a column chart and you convert it into a stacked chart by just changing one single property. And you see here, we have all these cool features, and these have their applications. Yeah, so now we are going to budget. So budget is also similar to column chart, very similar by properties. The only difference is the orientation. So all the same properties are there, as you can see. Yeah, so I'll move area chart. This is our area chart, and this is very similar to line chart. The only difference is the feeling. You can feel the depending on the property that you set, and I'm going to explain that. So this one is filling to the origin. This one will pick from 0 to where the data point is, and when we fill I'm going to explain this later. Let's go to filling from start. This one will fill from the minimum value to the data point, to where the data point is, and the filling to the end is the opposite of that, filling an area chart from the start. This is from the data point to the maximum value of the scale. So when we get back to filling to a data set, 2 data sets or 3, this is another feature which you will get. You can get 2 line charts, and you have a fill from data set 0 to data set 1, and it will fill the difference. So of course this one is also one of popular charts out there, and for those who are familiar with the advanced calculus, there's a real application of this. So we have the scatter chart. So you can notice we also have some cool animation. You notice the scaling, it's real time. Also we have the multiple axis version of this, and you can filter down all this data. I have the purple one and the red one. So of course we know the scatter chart is really an awesome chart to compare relationship between 2 variables, which is, I would say, it's 2-dimensional, which contains it's basically the position. So depending on your application, you can use this to indicate a position or compare variables between 2, or differences between 2 variables. So we have the bubble chart. So this is very similar to a scatter chart, but there is only one extra dimension, which is the size or the radius, and this one is also a cool chart feature. And you might have noticed somewhere, like in the dashboards in this COVID-19 pandemic season, or now these dashboards, you might see like people using these bubble charts to visualize the data, maybe the infection rates and stuff like that. So they really have some awesome applications. So pie chart, I won't really explain more about this. It's animated. Also you can do all this filtering. Yeah, so same, you can have multiple axes for pie chart, which is mixed. Donut is exact, shares the same properties as a pie chart, but it's all a visual difference. And personally, I like donut chart over pie chart because of it's more visually appealing, and if I use it on my dashboards, they really bring that user interface very well. So we have polar area chart. This is the same as pie chart, but with another extra dimension, which is the size of or the area. Okay, so we have radar chart. So radar chart is another a very awesome chart, and this one contains, I think it's around 3 dimensions, and also we support multiple axes. And this one is it's used to compare data sets where there are more than three or more variables. Maybe I've seen an application where they used to analyze players, maybe the strength and weaknesses of players and stuff like that. So they're really one of cool charts, one of my favorite charts for data analysis. So combo stands for combinations, and this is where I was talking about our charts being compatible to render more than one datasets and datasets of different chart types. And you can see here, yeah, so we have a column chart and a line chart. Also, we have same with I think three, yeah, these are three datasets. So negative value. So I'm basically showing all these possibilities. Yeah. So the last but not least feature is interaction. So our charts also supports interactions. If you keep an eye on this title, when I click here, you will see you clicked on Tuesday and the value is 99. So with this feature, you can really use this to filter data. You might use it to, instead of using drop downs and stuff like that, you can make your dashboard very interactive. And for those who are familiar with Power BI, they really use this feature where you can toggle between from a category in a chart, and you can really drill down your data. And yeah, so of last feature is print friendly, where you can send these charts to the printer. So apart from designing awesome interfaces and awesome data visualization charts, which are very appealing and very accurate, you can also design reports with it. So this is one of the a sample report where I basically took the same chart and rendered it on a report. So we also have our documentation that will highlight how you can use this feature very well. So this is basically, we have the API that converts your chart into a vector and or a bitmap, and having vector or a bitmap objects, you can send this to a printer, you can save it to a file, you can upload it to a server. Yeah, so your imagination is the limit. So the next session now, I'm going to showcase how to design a very basic chart on our using our library on Visual Studio. So at the moment, it's not available on NuGet, but it will be available soon. I'll talk later when it will be released. So once you have installed it from NuGet, you basically search Bunifu charts. So you search for the canvas. This is where we will render our data. And then the next step is render one of the charts, like line chart. I like line chart, so we'll put line chart there. So we have line chart 1. So the next step is put our X coordinates. So we are putting the labels, so we can choose maybe Monday, Tuesday. Okay, now from here, we select on our line chart and we point where it will render its data. It's already detecting Bunifu first one. We already have a color there, so we can leave it with that. We can now add our data. So select there and we put random values. We have 5 columns, so we put 5 random values: 33, 22, 55, negative 23. Give it a second and it will react. Yeah, so you see the scaling, it's going to a negative value. Yeah, that's how it is. You have all these cool properties there, where maybe I can change the width, or I can change it to 10. You'll see it's changing to, that's a radius. I can change the border itself to be 10. You'll see how it's changing. So this is really awesome. Yeah, so the next feature is I'm going to showcase the field property. So here showcase initially we have the origin. You can fill from start, so I can type start So you see there, yeah. So we also support transparency. I can pick a random color there and we add some transparency. So background color, we add a transparency of 100 alpha, and there we have it. Yeah, so it's very interactive. So I can also add multiple data sets there in the color to be something different. I can randomize the data, maybe change the data so that, yes, that one will do. Yeah, and now all these have the field property. I can change this to be false so that we can compare now the two. I can fill to data set one. You see, this is really nice. So we can run this chart and we'll see how it behaves on design time, on runtime rather. So let's give it some time for Visual Studio to finish the building process. Oh, sorry, I have two forms in this project. I should be showcasing the BuniCharts demo. And there we have it. So I'll go back to our presentation, and if you're curious about when we'll release this library, so we were planning to release with .NET 5, but unfortunately our documentation wasn't that very complete. So we are fine tuning and polishing our documentation to make a very seamless process for you to integrate with our charts. So to be exact, we will be releasing this library next month, and which is next year, 2021. Yeah, and this is an awesome way to start your year with. Yeah, so we are really looking forward to having you trying this library, and also give us your feedback about this. So now, if you have any questions, you can forward through our socials, and we'll try to answer them. And now, over to you, Wilberforce.
All right, thank you very much, Kim, for that awesome session on the .NET data visualization. We've seen a preview of BuniCharts, a very amazing set of charts that you can use in your application. And I can say what stood out for me was the print-friendly reports that you showcased, Kim. So if you are a developer out there and you're looking for a way to print out very good looking reports, then consider using BuniCharts. And also, what I was actually amazed about it was the small footprint that it has on the system. So it's only 500 KB. So pretty amazing. I'm sure the performance of your IDE and even your software will not be affected by
Sure.
using BuniCharts. Finally, I think the combo charts, where you can combine charts, is actually very amazing as well. So thank you very much, Kim, for that awesome session.